I'm going to be reacting to the Mortal Kombat trailer. I mean, it's whatever. It's just the idea. I mean, it's such a half-ass idea, especially. I mean, I've already mentioned before I'm not a Mortal Kombat content creator, but it's probably one of the things. I'm gonna give my initial thoughts, whatever, boogada boogada, and also I'm gonna talk about something that I seen on Twitter about this. But with that being out of the way, let's get your local FGC chibi to watch this Mortal Kombat. By the way, I should mention the last
Rock
Mortal Kombat I
MEA.
played was
It
X.
is time.
Life is never easy.
That's random. That's true though.
Time to wake
Is that
up
writing?
to a new reality. To a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace.
Oh wait, no, that's
In
Luke.
my new
Luke Kang?
era,
Fuck.
the choice is yours.
Luke How? Or yeah, whatever. I
To
forget
live
the names.
in quiet serenity or bloody strife.
You know, I've seen some pictures. There, it looks like they're
Dwell
going
in
hard
joyous
into like the
prosperity.
realism. Do you see the skin
Or
on this?
bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies, or united as brothers.
The fuck's that?
But a storm is brewing, and soon you will discover.
Oh
Rock
shit!
MEA. Is this new trailer?
that even
Yes, sir.
In this new era,
Oh,
one constant remains.
oh shit! Oh, Shang Tsung.
There is always something worth fighting for.
God damn. They would draw off a fatality.
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
Yeah, this thing became a god in the last MK, right? Oh, that's sick. Oh hell no. Mortal Kombat 1. Just like, alright, let's actually, you know, make people not get lost. Pre-order? Oh no. Not this pre-order bullshit. So, okay, the first thing I want to say off the bat is that something that's gonna be a bit of a bitch is Mortal Kombat X already got some flack for being a bit too like here's the thing about the gore, right? This is what I mentioned, like some people are just a pussy, a bitch, like Mortal Kombat 1. If people already didn't like that, they're definitely not going to be in there for one. This one is looking way too pseudo-realistic, so that's already going to be a problem. Like, I'm a low-key turn off fatalities. I was like, oh, so I said, but here's the thing, right? Mortal Kombats were a
Rock
lot funnier
MEA.
and goofier in the
Dai
OGs.
Sungsha.
You
Rock
know?
MEA. I hate him.
Yeah, but and the thing is, I don't know if you guys know that a lot of the staff apparently didn't get any like mental help, and then they needed some because like they had to actually study people getting shot. Like I felt like it's a really unnecessary. And now with MK1, I think we're about to reach peak because of like the graphical fidelity. It's just way too. Like I said, X and everything after was already pushing it. This shit's like I think it's gonna be too much. I think even for some people, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna be too much even for like the average Mortal Kombat fan. Like I think turning off fatalities is like gonna be Omega viable. So it turns out, I mean, okay, it was just the MK1 announcement. Looks like there was a lot of speculation. So I guess in a lot of senses I'm wrong. Like I said, this is what I expected to be the most likely outcome, but a lot of things are pointing other ways. But who knows? We might still get an MK9 remaster announcement. That's a mini off-topic sort of thing. But the whole blood and gore shit, you know, like, and it's a gimmick. That's Mortal Kombat's main gimmick. But I think now it's just doing too much, bro. I mean, heck, as a matter of fact, the last MK I remember people looking at fatalities was X. I don't remember anyone talking about 11. I mean, again, I mean, those are cutscenes, those are cinematics. We'll see if at least in gameplay, like I felt like the brutalities were fine. Like the brutalities didn't bother me in X because you know it's in game, it's far away from the camera, and you know they're funny and they're cool. Like, oh, yo, you know, like that was the main thing about Mortal Kombat fatalities, that whole oh cool yo effect. No one's trying to see motherfuckers actually get cut in half. That's just disturbing, bro. That's weird. But another thing that I will say I really don't like about MK, I mean, I can't say anything about this. There's no gameplay or anything, right? But they're trying to charge $70 fucking dollars. You know, like I guess I'll make that into a whole discussion itself. I've mentioned this several times before. I don't think almost any modern AAA game is worth 70 fucking dollars, let alone 60. Especially fighting games, I'm gonna be honest. Like I think when it comes to season passes, they're the most justified. I can say that 100%. But the base, unless you're Mortal Kombat, see, I'll give this a Mortal Kombat. They're at least feature rich, right? Out of all the fighting games, they're the ones that can get away with be like, yeah, no, they're definitely as a product, they're definitely worth 60, not fucking 70 though. Fuck no, hell no. And they still have DLC on top of that. To me, it's like you pick one. Either you release full content in $60, maybe some to little to no DLC, nothing too stupid, right? Like a hard cap. Let's say 120, you get special edition. That's it. There's no more you can go further, right? Or you're free to play and you have microtransactions. And even then, your cap is still 120. You can't have both. Don't be caught. That's stupid. Yeah, so that's something I'm not a fan of. Like, just no. Mortal Kombat is going to get cucked. I mean, I think gameplay wise, we'll see how it is in the actual game itself. But I'm thinking in this current state of fighting games, Mortal Kombat's not going to be it, man. How much money you want to bet the base cast is going to be 20 fucking characters and they want to charge you 70 fuck. And then Shang Tsung pre-order? No. That's not going to drive people the right way. The only reason Mortal Kombat won't get as much flack for new Mortal Kombat fans, it will 1000%, right? But OG fans, like, oh, because it's the original base cast. So there's a lot of legacy characters, right? Not like Street Fighter 6, where there's some legacy and some new, right? Freaking. Yeah, no. I mean, content, I think it's gonna be great. I mean, if they're gonna charge 70, the only way I can take back my words if they're immaculately feature rich to the point where Street Fighter 6 can't compare, but I doubt that because I swear to God, I think it was already planned, but I think this game won't have more than 2 years of development. I think this game is only right now, currently. Well, let's say, I mean, full development. I guarantee you, after they finished that last 11, they immediately started work on this one, right? Like, concept. I think it took them about a year to get all the ideas together. Then the next, storyboard and all that shit. They actually care about that. Then the next year, trailers. Okay, what can we get up for this trailer? Like, I guarantee it took them a year just to get this. What the idea of everything is once this is where the storyboard. Now let's actually get everything out, right? And then boom, this trailer alone is a result of like a years of work. It really can be. But I guarantee you took like at least a week or maybe a whole day to truly, let's say, if you had, what exactly you're gonna do. Oh, get this done in a day, hard, or a week if you're being a sane human being. But it's a year-long span of actually getting character models, this, that, whatever, and they're still not finished. They still got to finish the rest of this game, so that's another 2 years. I mean, they said, what was the release date of this? So this game's already been in development for 2 years. Give me that. That's a
Then you
guarantee.
have chosen war with a god.
So May 19th. Wait, May 19th. Pre-order on May 19th. Oh, that's pre-order, but this game's coming out when?
Rock MEA.
September 19th.
I did not like the one title, maybe call it 12 the extra subtitle.
And here's the reason. You want to know why I think they're calling it that? Is because mini story. So it's coming out in a year. So they have a whole year. So they probably at least it's 3. They probably been at this for 3 years. If anything, I'd say this game's probably okay. Then I'd say like 3 years and a half. But the reason they're doing that, see, this is what I will give them that is that I haven't played Mortal Kombat since X, and I didn't really play the story. So having them put anyone who hasn't kept up with Mortal Kombat can be like, oh, okay, I could start fresh. They could be like, oh, okay, cool. It's like a brand, like, they can get hopping. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I really don't feel like keeping up with the other Mortal Kombat story. I'm just, I don't give a fuck. I like where MK9 was going. X was really solid. I didn't finish X's story, though, because I never owned it. I don't feel like it. That's just what it is. So I like that Mortal Kombat's self-aware of their audience. Because, dude, past MK9 and even a bit of X, it's mainly been Mortal Kombat players playing Mortal Kombat. Especially, like, even the story, Like, the average FGC person and average person has not kept up with Mortal Kombat past X. I feel fairly confident in saying that as someone who is a casual Mortal Kombat fan. So I think them, like, soft rebooting again, I know it can be annoying. I think it was a really good idea on their end to do this. That's why it's Mortal Kombat 1. It's also, I feel like it's a lot less confusing. But one of my other thoughts I wanted to get up, it says, like I said, I don't think the game's going to be worth $70. I'm a cap on that shit. Especially with, I mean, it makes sense. I'm not even going to bitch about this because, again, if it's rebooting, like, fair enough. That's the only excuse you can give for having a 20 roster. But I don't know what your content's going to be, right? And, of course, you want to pre-order, and there's going to be DLC. I am looking forward to see how the game is going to be reinvigorated because they learned a lot. Like, the animations are finally not complete trash thanks to the last game because they were tired of that shit. But I'm not gonna look forward to the fatalities. Like, that's the thing I always look forward to in old Mortal Kombat games. New ones, no, it's like, nah, bruh. Y'all doing way too fucking much with that shit. But I mean, the other reason I care too is because Mortal Kombat tournaments actually have pretty good fucking money, so I might compete. I'll see how I feel about it. But I mean, so yeah, it's. I'm trying to think of what else I want to talk about, but that's all I can really say, right? Because at the end of the day, it's speculation. But I thought, let me talk more about Mortal Kombat once the trailer's out. I mean, it looks amazing though. Oh yeah, here's my final one. I think Mortal Kombat for once might actually not beat out sales numbers for Tekken and especially not Street Fighter. That's the last thing I want to say. I mean, maybe that might be a different video on its own. Yeah, I will. Fuck it. Different video. So feel free to watch that after this one.